again, congratulations. What was that moment like? You're doing your day-to-day job talking Tigers, and all of a sudden you find out your son coming home to play for the Red Wings. What was that moment like for you?
Well, to be completely honest, it was, I knew for a while because the deal was in the works for probably a week, and I was working with some of the people that cover the Red Wings, and I couldn't say a word because I didn't want the deal to fall through. So when it was finally finalized, Jeff called me and said, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm a Red Wing now. And so they made the announcement when I was in the studio, and so I had a little time to prepare.
Well, you certainly, it's tough to hide, and you can certainly see the joy on your face there. Yeah. Been a long road for Jeff. I got to play with him. We both started in Edmonton together. Bumpy roads there, and he's done a great job since. Who's more excited to be coming home, you or Jeff?
Oh, it's definitely Jeff. But I would throw his wife up there. She's pretty excited too. Just no more travel, staying at home, getting the kids situated in school. I think that's a much easier job for her, so Jeff can just go out and concentrate and play hockey and help the Red Wings win.
Not only is he coming home, but he's also doing something pretty cool too. So you wore 46 as a pitcher in Major League Baseball. He's changing his number to 46 for the winged wheel. That's got to be a kind of a cool moment to say, you know, my son's going to wear the same number I did as a professional athlete.
Now, that one took me completely off guard. I was, again, in the studio and had a little break and left the desk and walked in the control room, and they showed me the announcement that he was going to wear number 46. And I thought he was just going to wear 26 and Joey Kosher, and, you know, that would be great. But all of a sudden 46 comes out, and I went, you got to be kidding me. That just took me so off guard, and it's quite an honor that he did that.
It gets better and better. So what are you more excited for, watching Jeff play hockey or getting to see the grandkids, or a little bit of both?
That's a great question. I think it's going to be a little bit of both. You know, I want to try to get down to as many games as I can, but also, again, it's nice to alleviate some of the pressure off of everybody else. We can watch the grandkids. We can watch it on television, get them ready for school, and they can go down to the game, not worry about anything. So it's the best of both worlds, and whatever they want us to do, Grandpa and Grandma are there.
Can't say there's not a touch of jealousy there.
No, I like, right? A little help is never a bad thing when it comes to having kids. So we talked about Jeff following your footsteps when it comes to wearing 46. Not necessarily following your footsteps as far as the family business, though. Professional hockey player. You were a major league pitcher. You grew up originally from California. So how did the whole hockey thing come about for him? And what was that like for you as far as maybe kind of learning that sport with him?
Yeah, we made our minds up to move to Michigan full-time and get away from California. So I told the kids, look, I'll coach you all summer long. I'll work with you all baseball-wise. You know, I'll take care of all of that. But if we're going to live in Michigan, you're going to have to learn to play hockey. And so I put them in everything, to learn to skate, learn to check, you know, everything you can think of. And they played baseball. They played plenty up. They enjoyed it. But Jeff just kind of made the decision to go in another road, and I think he made the right decision.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. At what point did that decision get made? How long did he play baseball for, and then when did he decide, no, I'm just going straight hockey?
And I had coached at both high schools. Our oldest son, Matt, I helped coach him, and then another high school across the town, I coached Jeff for Jeff. And then his junior year, he decided that I've had enough. I don't want to play baseball anymore. And I was still coaching. So he was a little bit afraid to let me know I don't want to play baseball anymore. and it was fine with me. I didn't care. But I just had to kind of quit coaching at that time because we were running up to Toronto all spring long, and every showcase, every tournament you could go to. So all I did was just support Jeff and drive him around and just root him on.
Just like any other hockey parent, right? The long car rides.
That's it.
Dark and early mornings. What was he like as a baseball player, and how far do you think he could have taken that career had he stuck with things on the diamond?
He'll tell you he was okay. He didn't pitch. He pitched a little bit, but he liked first base. But he said, I couldn't hit. But I think it's the same old thing where, boy, if you're going to throw that fastball, I'm okay. But as soon as they start spinning it a little bit, that's a little bit different story. So, again, he loved playing baseball, had great childhood, and we had a great childhood running around with him in all the different tournaments and all over the country. But once he decided to give up baseball, we were, fully behind him in supporting his decision to play hockey.
Yeah, I think Jeff's a pretty good baseball player. You can just tell. Big lanky guy. See him throw the ball around. He's being
just
a little
like you.
Being
Just
a little
like
humble.
you.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have a dad that was professional, though.
Worked out well for you too, though.
Yes. Are you house shopping for them to make sure that they end up nice and close to Grandma and Grandpa?
No, they already bought a house here, so it was vacant when they went off to Pittsburgh or when they went off to Montreal. So that's why this transition is so easy. They just spent last weekend in Pittsburgh packing everything up in that house, or most everything, all the clothes and the kids' stuff, and bringing it back here. So it's about a half an hour from us, so nothing major. We can get there pretty quick, and they like coming over to our house, too, playing with all of old Jeff's toys. Still have all of those, so they'll say, wait a minute, can we come over and play with some of those?
It's always fun when we see hockey guys have some cross interaction with the baseball guys, whether it's going to the ballpark, taking some cuts in BP, trying to hit them out. On your stops throughout your major league career, did you have any interactions with any of the NHL teams in those cities, like the Red Wings or the Bruins or anything like that?
Well, we used to see a lot of the Red Wings. They'd come by and growing up in California, I never knew anything about hockey, so I was fascinated by it. So anytime a Red Wing would show up, I thought that was the greatest thing, and we'd talk. And I mentioned Joey Kosher and Bob Probert, and just watching when all the fights were taking place back in the 80s and 90s. So that was fun to talk to them about it. But there wasn't that a lot of that interaction. But I'll tell you now, the Tigers currently, when somebody hits a home run, they come back in the dugout. They put a Red Wing helmet on. They give them a stick. They come down, and then they practice a little wrist shot or a slap shot. And some of the guys are pretty good. Others, I kind of root that they don't hit that many home runs.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how it plays out. We just need Jeff throwing out the first pitch at Comerica coming up in the next couple of weeks. Dan, we appreciate your time. We know you're busy. There's a game on tap today, so we're rooting for the Tigers tonight. We're rooting for Jeff in the Detroit area as he comes home to play for the Red Wings. Thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you, guys, and it was great seeing you, Devin.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.